This next tune we're going to play, before I do that, I'd like to thank Max Dudley for filling in on bass. Simon Grome is unfortunately ill, so let's thank Max for coming out. This next tune we're going to play is a tune written by the bassist Charles Mingus. Charles Mingus got his career started in many different ways. Most notably, he started playing with Charlie Parker in some of the original bebop recordings that we're all really familiar with, especially if you study saxophone from the Omnibook, which you all do, right? No, that's okay. I said a bunch of gibberish. It's a really famous book that you study saxophone out of, but come see me and we'll practice later. But Charles Mingus was a really important person, not only in the music scene, but in the civil rights scene at the time. Charles Mingus was composing and writing and having jazz be a voice to kind of stand up for what's right in the world. And at the time, there was a governor named Orville Faubus who used the National Guard to stop a segregation at a school. And he wrote this tune as a protest tune to kind of stand up for what's right. And this is one of many tunes that Charles Mingus would write to kind of stand up for what's right. So this is Charles Mingus, Fables of Faubus.
It features Joseph Simons on the bass saxophone.
Oh, yeah!